The Xiaomi 14 Ultra comes with sleek metal frame paired with a vegan leather back that curves gently at the edges, offering a comfortable grip that feels premium. The design is thoughtful, with flat sides housing the essential buttons and ports, including a speaker grill, USB-C port, and SIM card slot. The display itself is a stunner too, a 6.73-inch QHD Plus beauty that can blaze up to 3,000 nits at its peak. The display is incredibly sharp, and the colors are amazing. I've got to say, I wasn't a fan of curved screens until I tried the Xiaomi 14 Ultra. It's got this gentle curve that's hardly noticeable, making the screen seem to hover over the phone body, which is pretty neat. And it's not just on the sides. The curve wraps around all four edges, giving it a sleek, cohesive look. The Xiaomi 14 Ultra is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, which delivers the kind of smooth performance you'd expect from such high-end specs. Performance-wise, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip keeps things running smoothly, without any lag or overheating issues. Let's dive into the camera, the highlight of this phone, and my personal favorite feature. The rear boasts a quad camera setup, headlined by a 1-inch 50-megapixel Sony Light 900 sensor. But that's just the beginning. Xiaomi has outdone itself with the 14 Ultra, adding a 75mm floating telephoto lens and a 120mm periscope camera, both at 50 megapixels, with the latter offering 5x optical zoom. Not to be overlooked is the 12mm ultra-wide lens and the sharp 32-megapixel selfie camera up front. The cameras are nothing short of impressive. You have two shooting modes to play with, Leica Vibrant and Leica Authentic. While Leica Authentic aims for a more natural, true-to-life image, it can come off a tad flat. On the flip side, Leica Vibrant brings your photos to life with added color and brightness. As you'd expect, the 14 Ultra's main camera takes some pretty impressive shots. The details are sharp and mostly look natural, though some really complex textures can seem a bit artificial. You won't find much noise in these photos, which is great. The camera nails the white balance every time, keeping colors true to life without any noticeable mistakes. The colors pop just the right amount, giving your photos a lively feel without overdoing it. The dynamic range is also quite generous, capturing both the bright and dark areas effectively. The Xiaomi's videos are just as impressive, with all its cameras capable of shooting up to 4K at 60 FPS. The video stabilization is like a steady hand, always there to smooth things out except when you're pushing the limits at 4K 120. But if you want to take control, there's a switch in the settings that lets you turn it off, giving you the reins in director's mode. Xiaomi 14 Ultra comes with a 5,000 mAh battery. Despite heavy camera use, it lasts a full day, with about 30% battery left by night. It charges super fast, reaching full power in just over 35 minutes with the included 90-watt charger. It also supports 80-watt wireless and 10-watt reverse wireless support. If you're passionate about photography, this phone is a dream come true. It checks all the boxes for what a camera-savvy user could want. However, if your needs are more basic and you're just looking for a reliable device for everyday use, Xiaomi offers more budget-friendly models that will serve you well. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra got some amazing changes from last year's model. The phone has a titanium frame instead of armor aluminum, which feels nicer in your hand and won't get scratched as easily. It also has a cool texture that catches the light. The edges are less rounded, so you can hold the phone more securely. The screen is flatter and has less space at the bottom, which makes the huge display seem even more impressive. If you're looking for a phone with an awesome screen, you can't go wrong with the S24 Ultra. It has a huge 6.8-inch AMOLED screen that can change its refresh rate from 1 Hz to 120 Hz depending on what you're doing. That means it can save battery when you don't need it and give you a smooth experience when you do. The screen is super sharp and clear, and you can make it even sharper by changing the resolution in the settings. The S24 Ultra also has the brightest screen of any phone right now. It can go up to 2,600 nits. That makes it easy to see even in bright sunlight. The S Pen is what makes the Galaxy Ultra phones special. It's tucked away in a little hole on the left side of the phone. You just push it in and it pops out a bit, then you can grab it with your fingers. The phone keeps the S Pen charged when it's inside, and it also reminds you when you take it out or forget it somewhere. The S Pen can be used for notes, drawings, or other stuff. There's a button on the side that does different things like taking photos or changing slides. The phone has some apps that work well with the S Pen like Smart Select, Samsung Notes, and Air Actions. But Samsung hasn't added anything new to the S Pen this year, which is kind of weird. The S24 Ultra is a beast of a phone, thanks to the special Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy chip that Qualcomm made just for Samsung. It has more juice for the CPU, GPU, and NPU, which means it can handle anything you throw at it. Plus, it has a huge vapor chamber to keep it cool and fast. The S24 Ultra has 4 cameras on the back. The main one is 200 megapixel and takes super sharp photos. There's also a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel 3x zoom, and a 50 megapixel 5x zoom. The cameras are great. They take beautiful photos in any light, with lots of detail and color. They look as good as the ones from Apple and Google. The selfie camera is 12 megapixel and also takes nice photos. The portrait mode looks more natural than before. The S24 Ultra can also do some cool tricks with AI. You can remove or resize things in your photos with the Gallery app. If you like taking photos at night, you'll love nightography. It's a cool feature on the S24 Ultra that uses AI to make your night shots look better. It gets rid of some of the noise and makes the details pop out more. The colors are still vibrant and realistic. You can also record videos in 8K at 30 FPS, which is super high quality. The videos look sharp and clear, with natural colors and good stabilization. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has a big battery that can last for a long time. It's a 5,000 milliampere battery that you can charge fast with a cable or slower without one. You can also share some juice with other devices that support wireless charging. We tested the battery by watching YouTube videos non-stop with the screen brightness all the way up. The S24 Ultra kept going for 14 hours and 10 minutes, which is pretty good for an Android phone and better than the S23 Ultra from last year. We also checked how fast the battery charges with a 45-watt charger. It took about an hour and 20 minutes to go from empty to full. If you want an awesome Android phone, you can't go wrong with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's got everything you need: a stunning screen, a speedy processor, a long-lasting battery, and amazing cameras. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is not cheap or small, but that's the price you pay for having the best of the best. Trust us, it's worth it.